Well, this is the kind of match every football fan looks forward to. A lot on the line and the likelihood of a tension-packed occasion. Stay tuned, we'll have all the action for you live on EA TV. Welcome everyone on a perfect night for football with the floodlights beaming down. I'm Derek Ray and my commentary partner here on the gantry is the former Arsenal and West Ham player Stuart Robson. And what we have coming up for you is live action from the Pro League. How do you see the match going, Stuart?
Thanks, Derek. Well, often we talk about the tactics, the individual players that are missing, but so often it's the mentality of the players that is key to winning any football game. Which of these teams has the right attitude today is the big question.
And this is the initial 11 for the visitors today.
Well, they're starting in a very solid 4-5-1, but they transition really quickly, and key to that are the wide players. They'll support the centre forward as soon as they win the ball back, and they usually do it with a lot of quality.
And the match is underway. Ritsu Doan. Gerson. Neymar. Almeida. And he's made headway. Was it the denial of a clear goal-scoring opportunity? If so, he's off. And it was always going to be crystal clear for the referee in terms of the decision.
Well, he had to make a tackle, didn't he? Unfortunately, it wasn't a good one.
Understandably, he wanted to give it a go, but straight at the keeper. Well, the numbers really speak for themselves, and the home side boasting the best defensive record in the league. They're going to be very hard to break down, you just feel.
Well, they have a great defensive structure. Everybody knows their jobs. They work really hard, and they hate conceding goals. They've been terrific so far.
And a long way out. Lima. And it's played into the centre. Taking care of business defensively here. Can they trouble the opposition this time? Well, possibilities in the centre. And caught with ease. No real threat from the cross. Gerson. Deserves credit for winning the ball back. Lovely ball over the top. Pressing high to win the ball. Just had to keep his concentration to the maximum, and he did. Going short. He read the situation defensively and did his job. Might be able to set up the chance. Oh, that's a solid piece of defending when it looked as though it might go wrong for them. He's in here. Oh, the crossbar is still reverberating. Well, he took care of it defensively.
Well, you sense the goals coming. They're getting so close now. They just need to take one of these chances.
Can they hit on the break? Chances on. Oh, a goal! There it is! And the crowd stunned into silence.
Well, here it is again, and it's all about the pace on the counter-attack. They were so quick to break out from their defensive positions, and then from there, the keeper has little chance. 2-on-1, left completely exposed, and it made for a simple finish in the end.
So the ball rolling again with the scoreline standing at 1-0. He's in with a chance. Well, the keeper had a lot to do.
Well, it's a great piece of goalkeeping. So quick off his line. Well, the away side haven't bossed the possession, as you can see. But what they've done with it has been really good. And they'll be happy with the way the game is being played at the moment. They love to play on the counter-attack.
Chance to do damage. A really sumptuous ball. And a goal! They're going to take some stopping now. 2 in front here.
Here's the replay. Watch how he goes past his man with such ease, and it's just a change of pace. And then the shot could not be hit any better. Struck with such venom. Great goal.
So the ball rolling again at 2-0. Klavan. Gerson. Ritsu Doan. An attack full of promise. Oh, denied by the post. And that's going to do it for the first half. Not going to plan here for the hosts at all. They have work to do, Stuart.
Well, before the game, Derek, I talked about their defensive qualities. But in the first half, they've been too easy to play against. And that has to change after the break.
And the contest begins. Away they go again. Second half is underway here. Just cutting off the supply. Well, they've won the ball back quickly. Can he put it away? Well, it didn't really go according to the script, did it?
Well, the less said about that, the better, because that's a really poor attempt in the end.
Well, they are committed to making the substitution here. Did well to win the ball back. Now can they create something? Well, he stormed through, but it didn't end well for him.
Well, in those situations, you have to make a few decisions. Unfortunately, he's made the wrong one.
Costa. Really good challenge. Well, visionary passing. Superb stop. In it goes! At the second time of asking, and the keeper feels hung out to dry.
Well, when you see this again, I think the goalkeeper's very unlucky. He makes a good initial save, but the ball comes off of him, rebounds straight to an attacker, and the finish is excellent.
This is looking rather comfortable for them. 3-0. Not what he was intending. Bad pass. And can they exploit the space out wide? But a good piece of defending to bring it to an end. High pressing at its best. Could it be? Oh, yes! It's gone in! And now a chance for them to revel in the moment.
Well, let's see this again. This is counter-attacking football at its very best. And once he gets onto it, he just smashes it past the keeper with great technique. What an emphatic finish that is.
So the ball is moving again. We've been treated to 4 goals. 3-1 the score. Zabani. Diawara. Is this the moment? Keeper getting the touch. The crossbar got in the way. Well, the keeper has it, and all is well.
Well, it is now, but the striker did everything right, barring a couple of inches. Well, as you can see, the hosts have had most of the ball, but it means nothing unless they start to be more creative, particularly...
I think most defenders would expect to be booked, halting an attack in that fashion. And a yellow card for that, Stuart.
And he's going to have to be careful now. That was a silly challenge.
Has eyes for goal! Well, no surprise to see him go for goal, but a routine save in the end. On the offensive. Well, he really read that brilliantly. Could be a chance to break here. Well, borderline offside, but correct. So deciding to make a personnel change at this juncture. Effective ball. Well, he wasn't messing around with the clearance. And on the ball, Michel. And space to attack. Dangerous ball. An alert reaction to tip it over. Well, they've decided to make a change. Elects to go short. Useful ball to the near post. Ah, goalkeeper's ball. Not the best of crosses, really, was it? Well, they get the ball once more. Could reduce the deficit. Can they hit on the break? And he couldn't quite get himself back on side, Stuart.
Well, as a player, you need to be able to change your mind, but he wasn't able to, and that's a poor pass.
And that's an important intervention. Well, the action is going to continue for a while. A real opening now. Defensive excellence there. Costa. Amuzu on the ball. Given away again. Will he find the net? A smart stop here. And there it is, the final whistle. Not what the home fans were hoping for before a ball was kicked today. Defeat for them.
Well, we spoke before the game about how good they are defensively, but that certainly wasn't the case today. They lacked aggression, they looked slow at times, and they made some poor decisions. Hopefully for them, it's just a one-off.